Alright, we're going to start on the semester review, go over these problems that check yourself. The midpoint of AB is M, the coordinates of M are 1/2, -2, and the coordinates of B are 6, 1, or the coordinates of A. Now, there is a midpoint formula, the x1 plus x2 over 2, and y1 plus y2 over 2. You can solve it that way using algebra. I'm just going to kind of do it the way we did it in class, A, M, and B. M's got to be the same distance between, or M's got to be the same distance from A to M to A, and M to B have to be equal. I know that M is at 1/2, -2, and B is at 6, 1. So kind of what you got to figure out is what's the distance from 6 to 1/2. So if we're going this direction, I would subtract 5.5. And if I'm going from 1 to -2, I'm subtracting 3. So I want to continue that pattern, so I'm going to subtract another 5.5 here. So that is going to give me -5. And then if I subtract 3 from -2, that's going to give me a -5. So then A would be my answer. -5, -5 would be the coordinates of A. Alright, number 2, on a coordinate grid, quadrilateral JKLM is dilated by a scale factor of 2, and from a center of dilation from the origin, which of the following statements must be true of the relationship between the pre-image and the image? This is another thing we talked about with similar figures. So there's some things that need to be true about similar figures. Corresponding sides have the same slope. Corresponding sides are congruent. Corresponding angle measures are in the ratio of 1 to 2. Corresponding vertices are in different quadrants. Okay. Let's start at the bottom. Corresponding vertices are in different quadrants. This may or may not be true depending on where the figure is. If I have a small figure, say I have something like this, and I make it twice as big, I could still potentially be in the same quadrant. It just depends on where the figure is. So I know that one's not right. Corresponding angle measures in a ratio of 1 to 2. Well, if they're similar, corresponding angles have to actually be congruent. So that's not true. Corresponding sides are congruent. That's false. I know that's not true. Corresponding sides are actually proportional. That's what it should be. So I know that this is what makes it wrong. So corresponding sides have the same slope. That one must be true. Because you're not changing the orientation of the picture, all you're doing is you're enlarging it. So if I take this picture and I blow it up, my slopes are still going to be the same. Same thing if I used a triangle. If I had it and I had a triangle like this, and I make it twice as big, the slopes are still going to be the same. Alright, number 3, based on the information shown in the diagram, which pair of triangles can be congruent? Okay, this is the stuff we did with the side, 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 angle, 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 side, and then we used HL. HL, remember, that is for hypotenuse leg, and that only works with the 90-degree triangle. So this one would be side, side, side. So that one is it. This would be angle, angle, side, and this would be angle, angle, side. That is one of the 5, so both of those work. This is angle, 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 which is not one of these. So I know that one's not true. So it looks like it's going to be 1 and 2, so that's B. Alright, number 4, 12-foot long bed of a dump truck loaded with debris must rise at an angle 30 degrees before the debris will spill out. Approximately how high must the front of the bed rise for the debris to spill out? Okay, notice that it's a 30-degree angle, and it's kind of drawn for you that this is a right triangle. So you're going to use 30, 60, 90. And this is your x, this is 2x, and this is x square root of 3. So if the length of the bed is 12, x is going to be half of that. We'd have to divide that by 2, so we get that x is 6 feet.